Hi, everybody. I'm Louis Amestoy here with HS Game Time, and Jeff Parenti is joining me now, covering a full day of track and field action here from the state track and field meet at Buchanan High School here in Clovis. Let's talk about Great Oak.
Great Oak.
Great night for Great Oak.
It was a great night for Great Oak. It started not so great because they thought their girls 1600 relay was in the field, and they got here and found out their girls 1600 relay wasn't in the field, and it was a scoring error, and there was a communication problem from the CIF side, and it was unfortunate. Doug Souls appealed, he fought it, but they wouldn't allow it. And then to turn around, and Nick Ponzio in the discus throw goes fourth place. Right.
But really in the shot put, he was incredible.
Yeah. He starts out. He goes fourth place in the discus, and then Jade Miller runs in the 100-meter hurdles and PRs again, finishes fifth.
Right.
And then Nick goes in the shot, and Nick has been the guy to win the shot all year. And on the second throw, he 66-foot bomb, and that was it. He said. He goes, I was in the zone. I knew this was mine. Nobody was going to take it from me. And when he popped that 66, it was over.
I was standing there when he hit it, and I just missed it. I was getting right in there when he hit it, and the crowd on that end of the field just it was like in awe. The awe-inspiring sound of the crowd was impressive.
Oh yeah, and that's similar to what, in a smaller environment, happened when he threw the 69 7.25 at Marietta Mesa, because you heard this just like, oh,
right.
And then of course they erupt in cheer, and because you're not used to seeing that 12-pound ball continue to fly in the air like it does when he really lets it go.
Let's talk about Jade Miller for a moment. She's going to Harvard. Unbelievable story. Great competitor. Always wishing well of the young lady she's competing against, but what a win for her.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that was next for Great Oak as this momentum kept building. Nick wins the shot, and then Jade's on the track in the 300 hurdles, and she blows away the field with a 41. Let me make sure I get this right. PR national leading time 41.02 seconds. She wins it. She was third here last year. She was eighth as a sophomore, but she won the title, and all she kept saying is, I'm happy.
She wanted to, how did you say yesterday? She wanted to?
I wanted to ween! I didn't know the Nacho Libre reference, but she explained it to me today. It was from Nacho Libre. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, that was a great night as well. And some other champions from the inland area.
Yeah, San Bernardino had two high jump champions. Eric Moore from Rialto Carter, a junior, won the boys high jump in 6'11". He's the one who's a distant cousin from RG3.
Right.
And that was amazing for him because he hit 6'11" and then kind of dipped down a little bit, and it looked like he struggled yesterday just to get through qualifying. Missing at 6'7", I think, his first attempt at 6'7", but to come back and win, that's amazing for him. And then Rachel McCoy from Fontana Miller is just a great story. She won it here as a sophomore, right, jumping 5'11", and then was academically eligible. She got herself together. She realized this is what she told me at the divisionals. No, it was at Masters. She said, I didn't want the stigma of being that good athlete, bad student.
Right.
And I didn't want that. And so she said she really worked hard, and then, she's an excellent basketball player. She's got a scholarship to Long Island University to play basketball. And then she comes out today challenging the gal from South Pasadena who won it last year, and she goes 6 feet and change and wins the title. So she's a sophomore she's a state champion as a sophomore and a senior.
Two-time champion, and an impressive one as well. And then there's some other good stories too, namely from Sherman Indian.
Oh yeah, Isaiah Thompson. What a great story. I forget exactly what his quote was, but he is the first. Let me backtrack. He's the first Sherman Indian athlete to compete here in what Coach Tom Colley said was at least 60 years, if not ever.
What's amazing about that is they've had a great history of distance running, in cross country, winning numerous CIF championships, but never has transcended to track and field, and that happened tonight.
Yeah, and Isaiah, of course, was the Division 5 section champion in cross country, and then went to state and was fourth, I believe, at state. And then he comes out here and runs in the 800 and was he fourth? Let me just double check. Yeah, he was fourth, ran 151.76, a huge PR, and he was just so thankful for the experience and for the opportunity. And he's going to UC Irvine, and that was something that Coach Tom Colley set up. He said, "Hey, this guy's pretty good," and they said, well, "Yeah, we'll take him."
Well, Tom Colley knows something about distance running for sure, and a great night as well. What else do we got on your list?
Well, also in that 800 race was Omar Solis, the senior from Vista Marietta, who was fifth. He ran 152.12, which I believe is a PR. But, of course, Omar's a great story because this was his third time competing here. And the last two times he didn't make it. Well, they expanded the field. Last year he missed by a second. He was 10th. And then they expanded the field in the 800 from 9 to 12. Right. So this year he qualifies. He was listed as 12th getting in. So basically he barely gets in, and then he runs like the race of his life, and he's fifth. Amazing. He gets a medal. He's on the podium, and just, talk about a really happy kid, right. Happy guy. And he's going to USF, University of San Francisco. So he's got a lot more running in his future. Somebody else who we should, in that shot put, Sione Tovi of San Gorgonio was fifth. He got on the podium, not quite a PR, but 59.02, pretty good, pretty darn good.
And a moment for I think La Sierra too, another big performance too.
Right, that's where I was going. Yeah, Tanya Sapa, third state meet. She was third as a sophomore in the shot put. She was second last year, and she's second again tonight. And for the second night in a row, she broke her own Riverside County record. She went 50 feet, .25 to break her own county record, and in her last meet here, and she ends up second, which with the girl from Dos Pueblos who's throwing 51 feet or whatever, that's right. That's as well as Tanya could have hoped. And then, of course, in the disc, she has a huge PR in the disc, goes 151.02, also night. For second.
Huge night for her.
Yeah, amazing. And also in the shot, Destiny Parker of Summit, who was here last year as a sophomore, gets on the podium this time sixth with a best of 44 feet.
And then a good performance in the pole vault, right? In the girls' pole vault.
Gardenia Centenario, the Eastvale Roosevelt senior, who's going to Columbia University, another Ivy Leaguer, right? And who's the Riverside County record holder. She tied for second with a height of 12 feet 11 3/4 inches. Wow. Yeah.
Unbelievable night for Riverside County and San Bernardino County, and one more. Jeff's got one more.
Let's actually talk two more. Ebony Sutherland, senior from Corona Centennial. Yeah. Fourth in the 100, runs 11.78, and she got on the podium in the 200, running 24.03. And great story. She missed almost her entire junior year with hamstring problems, and to come back, and she just built on. She won, and I think set records in both events at the Inland Empire Championships, and then just continued to build her senior season to, getting on the podium in both sprints, and then of course. From Redlands, Walter Jones, third here last year in the long jump, right. Third again today. And then, of course, his sister Margot, who was third in the long jump last year as a freshman, ends up fourth with the best of 19.8.
How did you get us all on deadline exactly? How did that happen?
Not very well. We did our best. We'll blog a lot more later if I can stay awake.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jeff. And thank you for joining us here on HS Game Time's live coverage. HS Game Time's coverage of the 2013 CIF State Track and Field Championships from beautiful Buchanan High School here in Clovis, California. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.